Recording.
Hi everybody, and we are doing Pilates with the cardio today. I'm sporting shorts because it is beautiful weather. In fact, it's going to be pretty hot today, so I'm going to struggle with this. I'm going to get a good sweat on, I do believe. So you need your mats, you need a water bottle, maybe a towel, which I don't have. So I'm just going to sweat my mat, which is lovely. And you need yourself, and you need some motivation, and you need to just get your head in that space to start moving body, get your heart pumping. Always take it in your own pace. Always remember that as an important thing. So we're going to just begin by doing some moving squats side to side. So I'm going to stand slightly over to the left, and we're going to drop down, press in, and out, and in. So remember your squats. I'll always give you pointers. I'll always remind you. You sink into your heels, into your heels. Keep it going, keep it going. Let's go see if I've got my towel over here. Keep going. Exhale. And let's just do 8 more, 4 more each side. Sinking down, I'm just swinging my arms forward gently, rolling my hands together lightly, squeezing back through my shoulder blades as I come through to the center. 1 more each side. And 1. Let's take it into some lunges. So you're going to bring your hands onto your hips, and you're going to step. Left leg, press back, right leg. Press back. Bring your arms up, drop them down. So lunges, okay? These are called power lunges because you use power to push your body weight back in. We use them to warm up our bodies. So when you step forward, you're bending those legs to nearly 90 degrees. If it's too much, do a little mini lunge and back in. Mini lunge and back in. Yeah, if your knees and hips don't like it, or if they don't like it at all, just go to a little squat and a release. A squat and a release. So a little sit back and back in again. So let's go. 8, back in, don't rush it. 7, cardio doesn't mean necessarily going fast. What gets your heart rate raising, how deep and how the intensity that you work. The deeper your lunge, the more you slow it down, you've got that time under tension, so your muscles are going to work a little bit harder. Now I've lost count. Woo! Let's do 1 more each side, even if we're doing an extra one, doesn't matter. The more the merrier. Good, bring your arms back in. Take your legs wide to a plie squat. So we swing our arms up as we drop down. Then do a little press down to the foot with our legs extended. So I've twisted the body and my other arm squeezes up. Come back, reach plie squat and twist. Now I can touch my feet, so I'm quite flexible in my hamstrings. And I've got those long arms. But if you're not reaching to the foot, just try and rotate. So as I drop down, I come up and then I turn and I reach the opposite arm up towards the sky, squeezing my shoulder blades. Bring it back down, drop, reach, drop, reach. And now I'm speeding it up. Start to work into that breath. 8, 7. Open the feet wide so they're following the middle toe. You're sinking down, your back stays beautifully flat. Last 2. And then into the center. Take yourself down into that plie squat, extend your arms up and pump through those legs. So, I've got my tailbone tucked, my abs squeezed in tight, my back beautifully flat, my arms extended, my shoulders relaxed away from my ears. I'm opening those knees and I'm working those inner thigh muscles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it up. Lateral lunge. So I'm going to take my foot parallel on my left side and I'm going to reach down center, turn, down, center. So I'll just do a little foot shuffle, turn. Now, this is like a little bit more dynamic stretching to what we were doing a couple of minutes ago. And if you want more, hands here, sink down. See how I'm now doing a one-legged squat, although it's a lateral lunge, and then you press over to the other side. So my right leg bends, my left leg extends. I sink my bottom down, work into those hips. Give it a go. You can always drop down and just gently drop your hands to the floor if you need a little bit of help. Come up and drop down there. Yeah? So lift, drop. Stay here, strong. So I feel my hip flexors, my inner thighs are pumping hard. We do 8, 7, 6, 5. Remember, this is all got a purpose. This is all about waking up, just not the muscles, but those hips, those joints, okay? If they're sleepy, we need to loosen them up and prepare them for exercise. Come to the center. Take your feet underneath your hips. We're going to walk through this. So we're going to inhale, sink back into a squat. Hands to the floor. We're going to walk 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 mountain climbers. So don't mind which leg you start with. Just go with the flow. Knees down, 4 tricep dips. Sliding our body weight forward, bending our elbows, dropping our chest down to our elbow joint and pushing back up. Or you can just do mini ones where you squeeze in, push up there, but your body weight's going forward, not down. And then lift the knees, put your hands in, begin to bend your knees, and then come into a squat. Lift the arms, circle them around. Inhale, exhale, flip the arms forward, press down into a squat. Hands to the floor. We walk 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 mountain climbers. 2, 1. Knees down. Your triceps drop forward, elbows squeezing into the rib cage and waistline. 2. Don't rush it. 3. I'll show you an alternative if you're really not grasping this one when we come back again. Lift up, walk your hands in, bend your knees, raise yourself into that squat. As you come out, raise your arms, circle them back around and drop them down. Take a breath. Now I'm starting to feel my heart rate coming up and my watch is telling me that. Sink back. Exhale, fingers to the floor. 4 walks forward. 4 mountain climbers. 1, 2. So I'm just pulling my knees forward. My body's isolated. I'm just moving my legs. Knees down. Triceps. So if you don't like those rock forward, turn your fingers in slightly and just do a gentle drop down. Don't go lower than your elbow. 2, 3, or rock forward and squeeze those elbows in tight. Last one. And 4, hands down, lift the knees. Walk back in, bending the knees deeply. Take a breath in, sink into your heels, raise your arms, stay in a squat. Then raise up, lift your arms, circle them around. Good job, one more time. Inhale, exhale, squat. Breath in, fingertips to the floor. We walk it forward. We pull in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Knees down, triceps dropping down, pushing up for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lift the knees, walk back in, and then roll up this time. Roll the shoulders. Good, we're going to do some little drops up so we can get a little bit more, a higher intensity, get the heart rate up a little bit. Then we're going to come to the floor. So we're going to start back with these squats. So we can do air squats. Air squats are fast moving squats like this. Okay? So my feet are just glued to the ground. It's all about moving a little bit faster. Go as fast as you can. Okay? These I can do quite quickly. It doesn't matter if you're just here doing it. I just want you to do it 5 or 6 times faster than you'd normally do a squat, and you're not going deep. It's just really starting to throw those muscles into a little bit of a shock, preparing them realizing that they can move a little bit faster, giving them some speed. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to take it to drop squats. Drop squats is you drop one hand down, bring it in, drop. So I'm just going to change from hand to hip. Now, this is a higher impact. You bounce open down, and make sure you're squatting. Okay, you're not just reaching down like that. Thinking, if this isn't for you, then just go to a step out, center, step out, center. And you might not even reach the ground, okay? Right, wherever you are, let's do 8 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bring those feet underneath you. Take your right leg back behind or step your left leg forward, whichever one you want to do. Into a lunge. Right, we're going to go down. We're going to carefully come up and we're going to tap the left foot forward. Step it back, drop it down, lift it up and tap. Now we're going to add a curtsy lunge into this one. So, and this is about endurance. This is about just keeping yourself going on that one side. On your next lunge, we drop, we take the leg behind, we curtsy, we take the leg back, we lunge, and we pull the knee back in, foot back in. So, back for a standard lunge. Foot goes behind, we press our weight down into this heel on this leg. We tap it back, still staying in the heel on the right leg and bring it in. So we lunge, up, curtsy, down, up, lunge, down, up, and tap in. 4 more like this. Down, up, to the side, down, up, behind, down, up, and tap in. So 3 different exercises, basically, although the third one's repeated first. Find your balance. And this is really good for mobilizing that hip joint. I have a lot of clients that have hip surgery and they just get really locked here. So it's about really finding that range, working in on it. Last 2, down, up, side, sink, behind, down. Last one, come on, let's make this deep. Drop, up, squeeze it, back, down, and bring it in. We're going straight over to the other side, no break. Right leg back, drop, and tap. So we stick with the first one, just making sure our legs know what it's doing. And remember that lunge, so everything's now on that left heel at the front, working the glute, tapping in. Step back, down, up, tap in. Remember your own range. You don't have to go as deep as I'm showing you. You might even want to go deeper, but try not to let that knee sink to the floor. Now we're going to take it to that curtsy. Back, down, up, to the side, sink it, that back again, down, and tap it in. All in that buttock. Back, stay beautifully upright here. Take it behind, sink deeper in the chest, but keep the chest elevated. Drop, and in. Breathe. So this is just consistent work. It's endurance, and this will get your heart rate just pumping away. Please keep breathing, hold your breath. You'll lose control of what you're doing. Tap in. And if your arms are all over the shop, you can just drop them here. I find it easy to use my arms for the swing and for a bit more for the balance. We're doing 4 more. You have to get your Pilates breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Woo, I'm feeling it more on this side. Last two. Also, just be very mindful that that knee's not collapsing inwards. Quite a common thing with lunges. Okay, last one, make this one strong. Drop, down, lift, to the side, sink, up, back, drop, up, and bring it in. Give your legs a little shake. Back over to the back, and we're going to go and finish off with our little cardio. Then we're coming all the way down to the floor, where we'll be for the rest of the time. Woo! So when you are ready, we're going to go straight into drop squats. So we drop down, we jump in, down, jump in, down. Drop your bottom, lift your chest, and reach as far down to the floor as you can go. Remember, option is to step out, down, in, out, down, in. Just keep your body moving. That's what's absolutely key about this. Don't let your body stop. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, 2, and 1. Jump it in, roll those shoulders a couple of times. Woo, got a bit of a head rush. Come to the tops of your mat. Stand. Take a breath in, sink your bottom back into that squat again. Drop your hands to the floor. Let's go for a little walk down the mat. Let's go back into that mountain climbers, but continue. So really work it, build the strength. By now you should be starting to feel that shoulder strength. So you should be able to isolate your body above those wrists. Keep it going. Straight into the center of the chest. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Sit back and take a child's pose. Now I want you to feel your heart rate just calming down a little bit. Stretch the fingers forward, reach your bottom into your heels. Roll yourself up, tuck those toes under, and lift your hips up into a downward facing dog. Melt your chest, press your heels into the ground. Squeeze your belly, lift your hips high. Take an undulation through the spine. Pause here. I want you to turn your feet over on some edges. And I want to lift your arm up to the sky, to side plank. Now that's too much. Lower your bottom knee to the floor. So if I show you here, you can just be here. Otherwise, lift and lengthen. Squeeze up. We're going to inhale, lower down a few inches, exhale, lift. Now, as I do this, if you're on your knee, it's exactly the same. You lift and lower. If your wrist is really not having fun, or your shoulder, then drop to your elbow and see if you just carry on here. If that's still too much for you, and no matter what you're doing, don't give up at the moment, keep it going. You can come all the way down to the floor, okay, and just do a little leg lift up and down instead. Okay, but most of you should be able to do the lower levels because there's 4 different levels. So wherever you are, 4, come on, 3, press it, 2, last one, and 1. We turn over into that plank again, and we immediately turn the other way. So rotate. So I've just gone to the edges of my feet, lifting up, drop that knee if you need to, or come down to your elbow if you need to, and we press up and down. Squeezing hard, right into that waistline. Squeeze the butt. Woo, I am sweaty, sweaty. Come on, keep it going. 10, 9, breathe, squeeze it. 6, 5, 4, squeeze your butt. 3, wherever you are. 2, last one. Swing it back around. Body straight. Either stay here or take a quick breather or give me mountain climbers again. I need a towel. I'm about to trip on the floor. Lovely. 6. Keep it going. 7. 7. You can carry on with this pace or double it up. Like this. Your choice. Woo! Nearly there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it off. Roll up, sit back onto your heels. Interlace your fingers behind the base of your spine and just stretch your arms back and release those shoulders. Take a little rotation around to one side, push the arms further. Back to the center, rotate the other way. Woo! I'm sweaty. It's hot, it's like 22 degrees already. And it's still the morning. Ah! Right. Flip your feet around in front of you. We're going to do a nice little sequence of rolling down and up. And we're going to use it for mobility stretching as well. And we're just going to keep consistently moving to keep your heart pumping the whole time. So we lift up tall. Don't mind being out of breath, I just don't like to sweat. Arms forward. We reach to the toes and take a full stretch. So just allow your spine to curve. Reach in the arms. We roll back up. We lift the arms up and then we scoot the belly in and we drop down, quarter or halfway. We take a big circle all the way around 4 times. Quite a lot of 4s going on today. I'm in that mood of number 4. 1 more. And then we roll to the ground. Once we hit the floor, arms down. Inhale, exhale. Take both legs up to the sky, straight as you can go. We swoop one leg around and put it up in the center. And the other one, 2, 3, and 4. One leg down to the floor or both together. Follow the other one if you're doing one leg. Reach the arms up. Inhale, exhale, roll up. Stop halfway. This time we scoop the arms down, all the way over. 2, 3, 4. Roll it up. Lift and lengthen. Reach the arms and reach forward. 4 little kind of ballistic stretch in this one. Just gives you a bit of a reach. Wakes up those hamstrings. Is that 3 or 4? Let's do another one. Lift up and lengthen. Begin to scoop down. Dropping the arms. 1. Not sure if I'm going the right way now. 2. Doesn't matter. Just remember we're going down and back so that we go back and down on the way up. And roll it to the floor. Arms down. Lift your legs up to the sky. But one at a time. We're both together. We open out the legs. Big circles. 2, 3, 4. Legs down. Now, what I didn't show you is a slightly easier version, so I'll show you that next time. Roll it up and stop halfway. This time we go down and up for 1. We might be going the same way again. I'm losing the plot today. Doesn't matter. I'm working strong into those abs. Then roll it up and reach tall. Reach forward. Let's do 4. Soft spine. 3, 2, 1. Roll it up. Lift up tall. Sink it back. And we're going to go behind and down. Okay, let's do the other way. 3. Now we're going to add on in the legs as well. And 4. Roll it to the floor. Lift those legs up to the sky. So if you want to do it bent knees, you open the knee, you circle it out around in front, open the other one, circle it around. That's a slightly easier version, okay? What you want to avoid doing is rolling through the hips. Pause here. Let's go the opposite way. Going down, opening up and around. So my arms are slightly wide. And as you drop your leg and take it to the side, the other leg wants to follow. So you need to use your lower abs to prevent that from happening. Lower the legs to the ground. Lift your arms. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, stop halfway or quarter of the way, 3/4 of the way up. And we lift up and we're going back the same direction we just did. 2. Scoop the belly in. 3. Mobilize those shoulders. And 4. Roll it up. Lift and lengthen. We're going to do 2 more rounds of that. Let's do this. 4, 3. Oh, I've got a dry mouth. I need some water. 2, 1. Roll up and lift the spine. Always go from flexion to one full extension. Sink it back as we soften through the spine again. We drop down, lift behind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, scoot the belly in, controllably roll it down. Legs to the sky. Now, not everyone can happily roll up, okay? So I'll show you a quick different position. So leg back out to the side, scooping it around. Please feel free to bend your knee if you need to. Or take a break if you need to. 3 and 4. So we go the opposite way. Leg goes down, opens out and around to the middle. All about being mindful of that lower back. And then lower those legs to the floor. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 1 at a time or 2 together. Arms to the sky. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, roll up. Quarter, half, 3/4 of the way. And we drop down and lift up for 1, 2, 3. Just keep pulling that belly in. And 4. Roll it up. Lift it up. Reach is the last round. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale, length, core posture. Scoot the belly in, drop it down. And we reach back and around. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 4. Controllably drop it down. I forgot to show you how to come up, didn't I? And arms down to the floor. I'll show you this time around. Although it's a little bit late, but it's good to know. Okay, let's come on. Big circles. Lots of transverse abdominal work. That's that lower tummy, that belly to that navel to the base of the spine. Got it? 3. Don't let those hips roll. And 4. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Drop the legs to the floor. So if your body doesn't roll up, lift your chin to your chest and gently push your elbows in, and then use a little bit of arm work just to encourage the roll up, the sit up. You need to work on the roll down a little bit more, because the roll down will help encourage that spine. You might feel you've got a bit more control, and then suddenly you go splat to the ground. Quite common. It just depends on postural position. It's not even so much necessarily the core strength. It's more of a postural thing. So it's about really encouraging that spine to curve and keep that control. And if you're really struggling to come up, just give yourself a little helping hand to the point where you feel you can regain that control. So I'm still in a soft spine. So for example, sorry, so quick, lucky you got a breather now. So if I come up, and I'm like, I can't come up any further than there, and elbows into the floor, give it a little helping hand. And now I'm about there, I feel I can get that control again. So you brace those abs and then roll the rest of the way. So find that kind of biting point, because there's a part of your spine that just won't roll. It might be a bit stiff and it just doesn't give you that allowance to use your core to pull it up. So again, trial it, find that place, play with the position. Right, so we are here. Woo! Flip your feet around to your hands and knees. Right, a nice little combo exercise, a nice little kind of multitasking exercise. So hands and knees, I'm going to take my right leg out behind, my left arm forward. We're going to reach away and we're going to squeeze the elbow and the knee in and kick it away for 1. So remember that pattern of 4, 2, 3, and 4. Drop the hand. Now, I want you to just work the leg on its own, press it back, pull it in. Press it back, pull it in, okay? And that is your kind of first stage of the next exercise. You can stay here. If you want more, take your hands forward, lower your hips, and pull in and push away from there. So side on. My hips are lower, I'm pushing in. So I'm not quite in that box position. Now my core is starting to work a little bit harder. If you want more, bend your elbows and pull the knee in, press back. Bend your elbow, pull your knee in and press back. So now I'm working deep into my right tricep. We're going to do 8 in total. So 4 more. You do not have to do this one. 3. Woo! 2, and 1. Lengthen that leg away, pause there. Keep it there, keep it there, keep it there. Take your hands wide, and we're going to do 10 push-ups. No, we're not, we're going to do 8. 2 sets of 4, 2, 3. If your leg doesn't want to be in the air, drop your knees down. Work deep into your push-up. Remember push-ups, you make a triangular position. So your chest drops between your thumbs, your nose is a couple of inches in front of your hands, if not more. 2 more. Last one. And then drop the knees together. Take a sit back, keeping your arms wide. Take a quick breath. And then we're going to work into those shoulders. Okay, down to your elbows. Feet fairly wide, hips square. Okay. Set yourself up, nice strong solid forearms. We take our right hand where our right elbow is. We take one up, we take the other one up, we drop the same side down first, and we drop the same side down again. Then take it the other way. Left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left. Now, the whole idea of this is we're trying to keep our hips as still as we possibly can. And if you're feeling lots of wobbling going on, then drop your knees and work from your knees. Please maintain that plank position. Squeeze your butt tight as you can go. Keep breathing. We're nearly there. Heart rate's going back up again. 3, 2. Oh, we started with that, right, didn't we? So we have to do an extra one. Ha! One more. Left, right, left, and drop. There we go. Let's keep this body moving. Fingertips to the side of the head. Feet wide. Legs pressed down in full. Hips down. Abs squeezed in tight. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, tap down. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Working those back extensors, getting into those shoulder blades. Lengthen your spine forward. And if you want more, come up here and rotate on the spot. Rotate, rotate, rotate. 6 more each side, or just give me another 3. Come on, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Nearly there. Give me 1 more. And release. Woo! Let the shoulder blades release. Hips wriggle. Hands under shoulders. Slowly push yourself up. Come onto your hands and knees. We're going to work into that left leg, right arm. So we're going to reach away and we're going to squeeze it in and kick it away for 1, 2, 3. So my arm and leg are just mirroring each other. I'm stabilizing through the body. I'm always constantly conscious of my abs being pulled in. Last 2. Give me 1 more. Hold your leg in, drop the hand. So we kick away, we pull in. We kick away, square my hips off, my hip bones are down on the floor, and then I open the hip out to the side. And we can stay here and just work constantly into that side of the buttocks. If you want more, take your hands forward, drop your hips slightly. And there, my core is a lot more active, my shoulders are more active, and I can feel my obliques, so side abdominals, doing the work as the knee pulls in. If you want more, take it into your triceps. So we work there, push back in. Got a firefly. My left arm slightly out to the side compared to my right. but make sure you've got the control. It's a really strong exercise, so please don't force yourself into it. Build yourself up. That's what my strength Pilates program is all about. Working into that position. I think I've done one too many. And lengthen the leg away. Lift it. And then drop it down to the floor. Take a little stretch back into child's pose. Arms close in this time, reaching. I forgot the push-up. Bring your hand wide. Take that same leg back out. So I knew there was something missing. Inhale. Exhale up. Go on. I would have remembered it, but at least I didn't remember it was too late. I did a whole class yesterday. We knew I was participating in a body pump class, and it was a new release. And I did all the lunges on one side, expecting the next side to come, and it didn't. Last push-up and release. Sit back into your heels. So I went away wonky, and it disturbed me for the rest of the day because I'm very much about balance. One side and the other side need to be perfectly aligned. That was very disturbing. Take your hands behind your back and push the arms away. Stretch through the shoulders. Bring your hands forward, tuck your toes, lift your hips, walk your hands back to your feet. Scoot the belly, roll up, roll those shoulders. I want to go back through those lunges and those plie squats. So I'm going to stand a bit more to the front of my mat. So this time, I want you to do one lunge, back in, back to the other same side into a plie squat, back in, and then swap. And we can do a little knee lift at the top, just a little bit more movement. So by that I mean hands on hips, or just bring your arms down by your side wherever you want. We lift up through the left leg. We lunge back, we pull forward, we lift, and then we step back. Forward, lift it out, and drop it down. Swap sides. We lift the right leg. We lunge it back, drop. We come forward, we lift, we take it behind, we sink down, we lift it out wide and drop it. So just a little bit of more circumduction through the hip, I guess, a little bit more movement. So we lunge back, we lift up, find your balance, take it behind. Please don't do the knee lift if you're really struggling with balance. Lift it and take it down, because you might lose the technique of the actual lunge. Drop down, lift, put it around, sink it, and then lift it up to the side, drop it. Got it? So you can drop the knee lifts completely. You can just tap in if that's better for you. But it's always good to challenge your core stability. And you don't even have to go as fast as me, or if you're feeling, yeah, this is pretty good, you might want to go a little bit faster. Down, release, drop. So I've just sped it up a little bit. Whoop. I can't balance on my right leg today. Whoop. So that nice little knee lift out to the side. Fabulous. Some of you might want to grab some weights and challenge yourself a little bit more. Whoop. Up. So as soon as I add some arm movement, I've got a nice little swing going to help control, but it's not for everyone. Lift, side, lift, and go. Okay, we're going one more each side. Drop, lift, down, lift, and release. Last one. Up, down, up, to the side, lift, woohoo, and release. Good, let's finish off with some drop squats. Down, back in, down, back in. Take your option, remember, step down, but make sure you are bending those knees and lowering your hips, not relying on your chest. Turn the feet out, turn the knees out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, lift up, keep those feet beautifully wide, turn them parallel, interlace the fingers, take your arms up. I need some water. And sweep the arms down as we drop our bodies to the floor. Fingertips down on the ground. Bend your knees if you need to. If you're quite flexible, take your feet wider. Lift and lengthen up through that spine. And then sink it down. Relax your head and chest. Take some nice long deep breaths. I'm going to take a little bit of water whilst I'm here. Just lower down. And we're going to take it into a nice little lateral lunge stretch. So turn the right foot out and then lower your hips down. So I'm going to use my right arm to push lightly into my knee. And I'm going to slide my left leg away. And I'm going to use my arm to support me and sink as low as I can go. Just making sure that knee isn't coming too far forward over the ankle. That is fabulous in the inner thigh of my left leg. And then the hip flexor of my right. And I'm grounding the outside edge of my foot down into the floor. It flies around, so that shows how hot it is. We come back up. We turn that foot parallel. Then our left one turns out and we sink down. We turn my left elbows in. I'm lifting my spine and I'm lengthening out through my right leg and feeling that wonderful stretch there. Woo! Now, whilst I'm this side, I'm going to begin to turn my body around and I'm going to turn that foot, bring it in, parallel my feet, and then push my leg as far as I can into extension and soften my head and chest down and just stretch out the hamstring on my left leg, and my right heel is pushed down into the floor. So I'm also stretching the calf on that back leg. Double stretch here. And just try and move your right hip very subtly forward, your left hip back. You'll feel the stretch enhance. If you want to roll onto the back of the heel, touch the foot, whatever you want to do, it just changes the stretch a little bit deeper into the top part of your calf. Then just move your feet to square off and then go straight over to the other side, parallel your feet, heel to the floor on that left leg, and then try and straighten that leg as you drop your head and chest down to the floor. After a couple of breaths, you may want to roll into the heel and just drop down. And let's see if we can go deep into our hips. So I'm really on the hips today. So I'm going to take my feet wide. This is called a Hindi squat. Hindi squat is where we lower our bottoms to the floor. I'm keeping my knees open and my feet grounded. Now, I can do this because I've had years of practice doing it, but this really isn't for everybody. It's strong in the knee joint. If you're really tight in the hips, hamstrings, all those kind of calves, your heels won't be on the floor. So what you might be up here, that's fine, and then push the knees out there. So my bottom's slightly elevated, but I'm just keeping my spine beautifully straight and my knees wide and my feet are grounded. If you can come down here, just lift your chest. I'm using the push of my hands to open my knees, and that's opening my sacrum and the lower back as well, so it's fabulous. Just breathe, lift up, take one more breath. Woo, I'm gonna fall. And then bring your hands down. Slowly parallel your feet, bring them underneath your hips. Stay in a forward fold, soften your knees if you need to, interlace those fingers and stretch those arms one more time. And then release into the floor. Roll up. Woo. Take a shoulder roll. I want you to take your left foot behind your right. Take your left arm up. Take hold of that wrist and gently come into a C curve, a side stretch, just reaching out of that left side. And then release back to the center. Step it over to the other side. Right arm up and over and stretch and lift out of your whole right side. And then just release it. Hands laced together. Push your arms forward, gently roll through the shoulders, soften out and open out those shoulder blades, so feeling that release. And then one more time, turn your palms forward, lift up, lift onto the toes, exhale, do a big bow down, roll it up, hands across the chest, bow again, give yourselves a clap. Thank you so much. Woo, I'm gonna have to go and have a shower and a big pint of water. You do the same, have a wonderful day. Bye for now.